Booktube. Please don't eat me. Hello everybody! So today's video is going to be a reintroduction into sort of Booktube, I guess. Mostly for my sake. So Booktube is a community of people who talk about books and read books together and do challenges together and all kinds of stuff, and it's all mostly based around YouTube. Well, I was into Booktube for a while there, and I was doing those reviews back in 2017, but my opinions have changed pretty significantly since then about Booktube and about what I would like to do on Booktube. And so I'm gonna kind of go over that, and I've got my list here. I've got a list of things that are sort of my goals, I guess, for Booktube and sort of starting this channel. So the first goal is to read my bookshelf. I recently KonMari'd my bookshelf, aka dejunked my bookshelf, and if you don't know what KonMari is, it's from her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which is, her name's Marie Kondo that wrote it. Anyway, so I dejunked my bookshelf, got rid of a ton of books that I wasn't gonna read or that I had read and just didn't love. And so now I can see all my beautiful books, and they're just so lovely. It really, really encouraged me to get back into reading and to like really dive into my bookshelf again. I also found out that I had not read almost 70% of my bookshelf. 70%. And that was a shock to me. And so I was like, okay, let's hunker down, let's figure out numbers. How many books do I need to read to get to 50% of my bookshelf? And it was about 38 books. And so I was like, oh, okay, wow, okay. There's like only 30 weeks left in the year, so that's about a book a week plus some. So, but I think I can do it. I think I can do it. And that's another reason why, so that's one of the reasons why I'm starting a Booktube channel, sort of revamping it, restarting it, recommitting to it, because I want to sort of encouragement to keep reading my bookshelf. So the next reason why I wanted to do kind of revamp a Booktube channel is I really wanted to try monthly wrap-ups and monthly TBRs. I don't know what I'm going to do in between there, but I really wanted to try wrap-ups and TBRs. And if you don't know what those are, monthly wrap-ups are basically where you go through all the books that you read in the month and kind of your opinions on them and how well you did on sticking with your TBR. And then a TBR stands for to be read if you're new to Booktube. To be read piles are typically every booktuber's worst nightmare. They're just like these giant piles of books that you need to read. I really wanted to give that a try just because I feel like it would motivate me more to read my books. But I was really intimidated too, to be honest, about the TBRs because I'm very much a mood reader, and if I'm not in the mood to read something, I don't want to read it. But I have some techniques that I'm going to try to see if I can break that. So I'll talk about them in just a minute. The next thing that I wanted to sort of goal, I guess, for Booktube is that I didn't want to get caught up in the hype anymore. So there's a lot of hype around books when they start to come out, and it's just so hard to keep up with. I mean, there's new books coming out daily, you know? It's hard to keep up with what books are going to be good and what's not going to be good. And so I'm going to be focusing, this is my primary focus, on what I already own. And so I'm not going to be buying or purchasing a ton of brand new books unless it's something that I'm dying to read. So it's mostly going to be focusing on my bookshelf. The other thing I really wanted to get across more, because this is a creative outlet, is to be more authentic. And so, to be honest guys, I don't want to do my makeup every time I do Booktube. My lighting is my window and my lighting in the room. My bookshelves aren't pretty. I sit here and practice and talk in front of the camera until I can sort of get comfortable talking in front of the camera. I usually talk for 30 minutes or an hour, and so I've got tons of recorded material that is just more rambly and all this stuff, which I kind of want to start posting more of that because that is genuinely who I am rather than just sitting here practicing all the time. I'm going to be trying and be more authentic that way, but also being honest when it comes to a book that may be really popular or a book that, you know, I may not be comfortable reading, you know, just being more authentic in the way that I present myself. Ariel Bissett has been a really huge inspiration for me in the way that she presents herself and the difference between when she started and how she is now, and how she presented her Booktube channel really actually encouraged me to start a Booktube channel. I don't know her personally, but shout out to Ariel Bissett. I love the way that she presented herself. Also being authentic in the sense that she wanted to read what she wanted to read. And that's what I want to be like. I don't want to read a book just because everybody says it's good. I mean, everybody says Game of Thrones is good, but I have no interest in watching it because I'm very sensitive to violence and gore. And so I cannot handle watching that kind of stuff, let alone reading about it. You know, it just, investing time to read about it, just because it's popular does not mean that I'm going to want to read it. And I feel like that's just fine. Yeah, that wasn't aggressive or passive-aggressive or bitter at all. I guess I'm just tired of feeling like I'm being judged because I don't want to read something that's super popular. I guess everybody kind of goes through that, but it's all good. It's all good. So one of the things I'm going to try on my channel to help with the TBR process and not getting burnt out is I'm going to be breaking up series and breaking up genres. So unless I'm absolutely dying to read the next book in a series, I'm going to try and break it up because I tend to burn out very quickly on series. If it's a trilogy, I can usually handle it, but if it's more than that, I need to break it up. I need to break it up, and because I start to get bored of the world because I've spent so much time in it that it starts to lose its newness. And so I have to break up series. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. Even if I really enjoy a book, like the first book in a series, I'm going to switch to a different book or a different genre and then go back to that series after that. So that's kind of what the plan is. We're going to try it and see what happens. I'll talk a little bit more about it in my TBR when I do a TBR. The other reason why I wanted to, sort of a goal, I guess, for why I wanted to do another Booktube, or revamp my Booktube channel, is because I just wanted another outlet for bookish thoughts and bookish talking and things like that. So I already have a book group and I have good friends that, you know, I'll talk about books with, but I just kind of wanted another sort of outlet, I guess, for doing this. Also, I enjoy making videos. I think they're kind of fun to do. And hopefully I get more comfortable in front of the camera, also get more comfortable talking about books in front of the camera, and then hopefully not spend as much time pre-talking and wearing myself out and then recording, so that when I come on camera I'm like exhausted and tired and I'm like, oh, I've been talking for the past hour and a half before actually recording what I'm going to talk about. So hopefully that'll get better. The quality of the video hopefully will get better, I guess. But right now it's just kind of a creative exploration of something that I want to try. And so I hope you guys will stick with me. If you guys are interested, let me know. Encouragement would be awesome. But otherwise, I'm gonna just keep trucking along and just keep trying it. And I'm pretty excited about doing it, I guess, and kind of coming back into the Booktube, YouTube world, because I've been missing for quite some time. And again, I feel like I have changed a lot as a person. Well, maybe not a ton, but I feel like I've changed a bit since starting Booktube, or starting my YouTube channel, and I kind of want to just kind of restart it. Yeah, so thanks you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.